Hello guys and welcome to the 14th and maybe even the last video of the Minesweeper tutorial using Java. What we're going to do in this video is add two buttons so that the user is going to be able to increase or decrease the spacing of our grid. Right now our spacing is 5. If we set it equal to 2, you can see the difference for yourself, and you can also make it, let's say, up to 20, or I don't know if the flag is going to be able to fit. No, 20 is too much. Let's say 15 should be okay. Yep, the flag can just fit in here. The grid is going to be able to take values from 1 to 15, because I don't know, 0 will not seem okay. Yep, you cannot tell the difference between uh, the boxes. So from 1 to 15, let's leave it to 5 for now, because it seems okay. Okay, so what we need to do is add two buttons, and we're going to add them right here where we've got some space, because right here a text is displayed whenever we lose or win. Uh, so we're going to place our buttons right here. In order to do that, what we need to do is create, of course, four variables. So let's go right here, or wherever we want, it doesn't really matter, and say public int um minus x, and let's set it equal to let me think, our smiling flag error 70. We should probably make those 60 by 60. Yeah, so since they're 60 by 60, the minus x should be 10, because 80 minus 60 equals 20 divided by 2. Sorry, something's wrong. 80 minus 60 divided by 2 is 10. Okay, let's close the calculator, and minus, actually the minus y is going to be 10. This is my fault, guys, I apologize. The minus x should be, let me think, this is the flag right here. If we place them up here, then this is 1 2 3 times 80 plus another 10, so 250. So this is going to be 250, and what we need to do now is create another two variables for our, sorry, here, for plus button, because we're going to have a plus and a minus. The plus is going to be 250 plus 80, which is 330. 250 plus 80 is 330. Yep. And plus y is going to be exactly the same. So our buttons are going to be positioned here and here. So what we need to do next? Let's go ahead in our paint component, and let's say, let's go actually above our smiley, and say spacing plus minus painting. And let's go ahead and change the color. Let's say so let's set it to black in the beginning, and fill to rectangles. Okay, let me open paint for you. And so what we're going to do, we're going to place a black, sorry, this should be black as well, a black box, and inside of it we're going to place another box that is white or gray or whatever. Yeah, white should make some difference on the dark gray background. Yeah, so white should look nice. So we're going to place a black rectangle, and just on top of it a white rectangle, and inside it we're going to either display a plus, come on, a plus, or a minus, yeah, according to its box. So let's go ahead and make that what did we name our variables? Yep, minus x minus y, and this is going to be just like we said, 60 by 60. And now let's copy this, let's make that white, and let's add 5 here and here and make those 50s, and let's run this right now, and we can see our button right here. Okay, maybe this is too thick, but we can change that later. It's going to be really easy. So let's go down here, let's copy that, and all we have to change is this, make the minus plus, change the minus into plus, and here's our second button, the plus. It's going to be minus and plus. So what we can actually do is right here write spacing. And actually what I'm thinking of right now is that we could make only one big rectangle, a black one, and have the 2 white boxes with the minus and the plus, and display a string with a content of spacing right here, so the user will know that this is about the spacing. So give me just a second. So this should be 90 and 10 for the rectangle. So let's make a public int called spacing x and set it equal to 90, and another one for the y and set it equal to 10, and go inside our paint component. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. delete that, and make only a really big one, which is going to be 320 minus 20, 300 by 60. So 300 by 60, and this is going to be spacing x and spacing y. And here it is. And right here we're going to write spacing. So, or actually, let me think for a second. Let me actually change those so that they're going to be relative to the spacing. This is spacing x plus, what is it, 250 minus 90, 160. So spacing x plus 160, and this is spacing y, this is spacing y as well, and this is spacing x plus 240. Yep, works just fine. So I was thinking of changing the color black, but I'm gonna leave it as it is. So let's go ahead and create a string right here called painting, or yeah, or actually let's go ahead and create the mine first. So delete that, we don't really need it. Yeah, g dot draw string, and let's type spacing in here, and change that to spacing x, let's say plus 20, and spacing y plus, let's say 65 for now, and if we don't like it, we're going to change it. No, 65 is too much. Let's say 50, and we also have to increase the font. So g.set font, new font, again Tahoma, font dot plain, and let's say 40. So let's go ahead and see what we just did, and we can actually make that 35 or even 30. No, 35 is just fine, but we need this to be a little more to the top. No, this is too much. Let's check 45, and this is just perfect, just like we wanted it. We can make those boxes a little smaller actually, so let's go ahead and make those 10s, and those right here 4s. Yep, now it is even better, and we need a minus and a plus. So let's go ahead and draw one rectangle here to display the minus, and two rectangles here to display the plus. So let's go ahead and change our color back to black. color dot black and d dot fill rectangle and minus x minus y, and we're going to increase those later, but let me think of the dimensions right now. This is 40 by 40. 20 should be great, and let's try 6. So this is okay. This is minus x plus 5. So for this is going to be plus 15, and this is going to be let's see, 40 divided by 2 plus 17 plus 10 plus 27. Okay, this should be correct, and yep, it is correct. So what we need now is one more for the plus, and you can see it right here, and we need another one placed vertically. So let's copy that and make this one a 6, this one a 20, this one a 27, and this one a 15. I hope this works. Nope, it does not. And the reason is this is 10 and this is 5, so we need to make that at 20, and we need to make that in 22. Now our plus icon is great, just like the minus icon. The only thing left to do is go to our mouse click method, and whenever we click on in one of these, actually change our spacing value. So let's go ahead in our mouse clicked. You can do it up here actually, and say if e dot get x, or just mx because it is just the same, is greater or equal to let's do the minus first, minus x, and mx is less than minus x, actually minus x plus it is 40 by 40, the whole is 80, so plus 20, and less than minus x plus 60, and we want it for the y-axis as well. So my is actually, let's go on and copy that and change the x's into y's and see if it works, because I think it should, and I hope it will. Then go ahead and make the spacing smaller, but if the spacing is less than 1, go ahead and set it back to 1. because we do not want it to get smaller than 1. So when we click it, you can see it works just perfectly. And what we can actually do is display the actual number of our spacing value here in the middle, because we've got enough space left. Yeah, and let's go ahead and do the same for else if let's copy that and change our minus to plus. And spacing plus plus, but if spacing is more than 15, then go back to 15. So you can see that whenever we try to make the spacing 16, it goes back to 15. And the same for decreasing the spacing. So and you can actually see that it still works while we're playing, and everything is super smooth and works just great. There's no problem at all, even with flags and mines on the screen. Yep, and our spacing should not go more than 15, because then the flags would not fit. Then we would have to change our flags, and this is a lot of work to do. Well, I'm going to leave the default at 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1 second. 1, 2. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is going to be the default. Yeah, 1 looks cooler, but yeah, since the user is going to be able to change the spacing up to 15, yeah, let's leave it at 5 for initiation. Yeah, I like 1 more. I don't know what your opinion is. Yeah, you can let me know in the comments below. Okay, so the last thing we want to do is display the spacing value in here. What we can do is actually move that a little bit to the left to make some space for value to be, or we could display a really small number actually. Yeah, that's an even better idea actually. So let's go inside our paint component, spacing plus minus painting, and yeah, go ahead and say g dot set color to color dot white. Okay, come on. And g dot draw string, and our string is going to be integer dot to string and spacing in here, and this is going to be minus x plus let's say not 80, but oh yeah, why not, let's say 80, and this should be spacing y plus, or yeah, the minus y is the same as the spacing y, but let's use the same as the x, plus 60. Yeah, let's try that. um so it should not be plus 80. Let's try 50. It's much better now. Not 60, let's say 40. Yeah, but since we want to display two numbers, let's go ahead and say if spacing is less than 10, else do all that stuff. Oh my god, I don't like those indications. Okay, then do exactly the same thing, but before our integer display a really nice 0. So let's see now, it works just fine. What we need to do now is change our font again down here. So g.setFont, new, you know how to do it. New font, of course you know what the font is going to be. Plain, and let's say 30. We don't want it to be really big. Actually 30 is just perfect. It is just perfect. Up to 15, and we could actually move it 1 pixel to the left, and or even 2. Let's try 49. Yep, that's even better. Yep. This is the perfect spacing for a font with the size of 30. So maybe 1 pixel to the bottom, but or maybe not. There's no need to do that, guys. So the only thing that is left to do inside the game is add some high scores, but in order to do that we have to mess with files. So in case you want to add some to add the ability to save the high scores, let me know in the comments, and I promise, guys, I will go ahead and do that. But there's no need to mess with files right now. So this is full Minesweeper. There's everything you can do except saving the high scores. So guys, if you want to build any other game, like I don't know, maybe Spider Solitaire or anything, let me know in the comments, and I'm going to make another tutorial for the new game. This is my first tutorial series ever to do, so I apologize for being a little laggy or spending too much time thinking of ways to build the program or anything else, and I will be very much happy to make more tutorials if you want me to. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope I see you again.